Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing my game against Dorking. Really disappointed to lose 4-3, however they did play quite well. It was end to end and had one good chance towards the end of the game which just went past the post and I was able to get an assist. So a couple of positives, but I had a very quiet first half and yeah, a different challenge, a good game, and let's get into the review. I think good movement, it's a nice little dummy by Oli, and then to peel away I could get to feet here, or I was looking to get into space, and worst case scenario I'm able to take that centre back and drag him out. And in the first half I did a lot of pressing, had a lot more time without the ball. Dorking, a team that like to play, not necessarily the wrong idea, but in terms of my technique I'm leaning back, probably the right decision to drive it given the amount of bodies in the box, but I need to get over the ball and I'm probably a bit static, so I could possibly have dummied that, gone inside and looked to cross or drive it, or I could have passed to Tay in the middle. Again, I try one of those turns, not necessarily the wrong idea, but given the pitch is a little bit greasy, I think it's better to set Oli there or take a tight touch. So just a bit of awareness, composure and decision making. Just looking at my position on the press, I did want to make sure it didn't go in behind me first, but it gave me quite a lot of room to press because the outside centre back was so wide for most of the game. Thought that could have been a foul, but just competing for seconds. And here I do well covering from a set piece. Again, looking at pressing position, I was about 2 yards short every time, so could I have maybe started a bit deeper, but even on this clip I don't want to go wide too early just because I want to make sure, even though this midfielder is running wide, I don't want to leave such a big gap because then he might just play it straight into the midfielder. As a result, they kept taking it line, trying to work stuff down the sides. There, I don't mind showing it outside, but again, just a little bit late to get there. But worst case scenario, they show it back, which isn't the end of the world. Okay, just tidying it up from a corner. Eventually win the ball back, and we're able to break. There, nice recovery run to help Tay out. Since I'm on 4 yellows, do well not to commit a foul, but that's it, also experience. And other times where I have given away fouls in that area, once I'm tight, once the player's facing backwards, don't give the referee any reason for him to go down. So that's a little bit of learning that I need to take moving forwards to every game. I do well to create the space. You can't see it because I'm out of the picture, but I start off initially quite wide, and that was the centre back was tight to me, so I dart inside. A really good first touch. Just there, can I shift it inside this defender, potentially get a shot off, or I try and not make him. Another chance that I get. This time the recovering defender I think does well, and they end up seeing it out. If I play it back, could I take it inside or go outside straight away? Maybe. I think it's a good body position from the outside centre back. Potentially a chop or a little trick there might mean I can get a shot off, but I don't think it's the wrong decision to make the pass. It was tight to the line, but I should have probably controlled that or looked to hook it away from the corner. Instead, when it came back in, because of the angle, I didn't want to slash it and put it back in the box. So I end up letting it go out for a corner. And it's not the end of the world, but end up scoring from the next corner. So I just needed a bit more composure in that situation. At this point, we were 2-0 up as well. 2 fantastic goals that we scored. Moving into the second half, could be a good chance for me with Reg, who does a really good run. And just when I look at my position, if I reflect on the last couple of games as well, there has been several moments where the ball has been cut along the floor from deep. So just recognising that as a wing back or as a winger, going more towards the penalty spot, especially when it's in that deep area, and of course it's a bit of a gamble whether it's going to be crossed in the air or cut like that, but a couple of times I've got myself in too early, so it's just about recognising when I think that's going to be flashed, if there's space for centre backs, and if they all drop off early, then it's a lot more likely I'm going to get a chance. And if I'm in the right place there, that could be the difference between getting a touch and a shot. This time I do stay back, so I've learned from what just happened previously, and I think one of the defenders just got a little touch in it, which made it difficult for me to get the ball and react last minute. I actually end up doing quite well to run inside, then do well to work it into Joe, but we end up losing the ball a bit later on in that passage and end up conceding. And I think conceded a few goals in a short space of time, so that took it to us being 4-2 down for a large period of the game. Yeah, just after this, just after kick-off, maybe the fourth goal that we conceded. Just recognising the pressure on the ball. I initially did show to feet, but then I didn't think it was going to come, so that's why I pulled away. But the outside centre back reads that, so just recognising for me to just stay showing feet because of the pressure on the ball, the angle he's running at. And if I look at it as well, he starts running off immediately, so I've actually got a lot more time and space if I was to just pick that ball up feet and stand still. Here, I don't mind trying to drive. I don't think I had much on in the game, for sure. I did get my head up and look, and I didn't really see anything clear. Can I maybe just clear it? But if I'm going to do that, I think it's not the end of the world to take a bit of responsibility and try and dribble. There, do well to come off the line and look to play a 1-2 off Millsy. It doesn't come off, but it's a good idea and it's bright. And again, I do well to find half a yard. Don't do enough to get a shot off. Ends up getting blocked by Ollie. Again, just breaking away. Do well to feed a nice pass into Millsy. And I like the fact that I ran inside there. So if he needs me, I can get back for a bounce. But he ends up passing it to Joe. So no harm there, and it's a good piece of play. Short corner. I am a bit outnumbered, but I do well to read that pass and get an interception in. And here is my assist. Good goal by Millsy, great piece of movement. I play it back. I do well to notice that I think there was a centre back that was a lot deeper than the full back, so I just started, he thinks I'm offside when I knew that there was a centre back keeping me on. So I do well to get that half a yard and take that touch to compose myself, and the movement makes my mind up, really. So I know I just need to find that space for Millsy to score, and it's good to get that link up, especially after the game against Chelmsford where I flashed it in the box and both of them players were looking for cutbacks. So that was a really positive one and something we built on from the previous game. There, I could do better maybe to chest it instead of trying and control it with my head, but it comes at me quite quickly. And here with Hagi, I thought he was going to show feet, similar to what I did, and then ran away. I did the same thing with Tay, so again just a bit of miscommunication and stuff like that happens, not letting it affect you. There I do a nice header into Hagi and do well to bounce and get it back. It's not necessarily, it's a positive idea to try and just dink it over to Ben. He makes a really good forward run, but I could also just reverse that straight into Reg and then run the attack on the opposite side. So looking back now, I would probably choose to pass the Reg just because it's an easier pass and it keeps the team moving forwards. But my action is good and I try and win it back straight away. There, unlike the first half, where I tried to roll it and beat my man straight away from quite a square ball, especially with the ball bubbling in. And in those situations, it's definitely better to try and get hold of it. And there I'm too wide to win a free kick. Here, I need to do a better cross got a lot more time, so I can take a touch. I think the angle isn't a bad one, but doing that first time, I'm never going to get the whip and the power. Whereas if I just take a touch and get myself set, I've got a much better chance of playing a better ball in, so that's what I need to do. And my best chance of the game to score, do a nice little chop, and just millimetres outside the post. I was happy with that chance, and I'd have been buzzing if I scored that, mainly because of all the practice I've done with Scott, finishing hard and low across the goal from those type of areas, even though I was probably a bit wider than I normally practice. I thought it was definitely on to take a shot, go for his legs, and yeah, I thought that was very unlucky. Sometimes when you are positive, even though it doesn't come off, you still get the rub of the green, and I think you earn that when you're always trying to be positive in what you're doing. Could stay wide, but not a bad idea to run inside. End up dragging this wing back in all the way, so it does allow more space for Ben if he wanted to get higher. There, I do well to manage the ball, nice feet. I'm able to get into Tay, who makes a good run, and it's unlucky. I should just meet the ball here, where I paused it. I should try to let it run. I don't know, it's a tired decision. And try and get my body in the way and control it in one go. If I did that, it would have been a joke. Doesn't quite come off. I don't think I really have the space to do that, especially given how close Joe and that midfielder are. That touch needs to be a lot wider to work. So the best decision would have been to either set Joe or take another touch inside and just manage the ball for the team. But again, I do well to try and chase it and get the ball back. Here, do well to pick up the second ball and evade that challenge. Just need a better quality cross. I was trying to pick out Ben, just underkick it a little bit. Then was able to come and head it away. But when I do play that clip back, I should probably just look to cross it to the back post. Given the fact we had, I think, 3 players at the back stick. Another small decision, but overall, didn't get too many chances. When I did have it, I tried to be positive. I need to be a little bit more reliable on the ball when I'm receiving it under pressure, especially when it's being fired into me through the lines or I'm receiving a straight pass. I think my decision making of when I try and turn in one touch and when I take some more touches and manage the ball needs to be a little bit better to help the team keep the ball. Aside from that, Dorking played some good football in the first half. So, didn't have as many chances as I'd have liked, but I thought I was quite unlucky with that chance in the second half. And yeah, it was another game that I was able to contribute in some form. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways against Bournemouth in the next game. I'll see you next time.